So, Madam Prime Minister, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear civil society colleagues and friends, good morning. My name is Andris Spruts. I am a director of Latvian Institute of International Affairs, and I have a great pleasure today to welcome all of you at the Civil Society Conference in Riga during our EU Council presidency. And I can also welcome you on behalf of the organizing team. It's not just our institute which is involved, but we have a good cooperation among the NGOs. The Center for East European Policy Studies and Latvian Transatlantic Organization have been excellent partners, and we have a couple of other good partners in the process. But this event also shows that in Latvia, NGOs also are willing and happy and able efficiently to cooperate. But Eastern Partnership is at important crossroads. Prior, and especially during the presidency of the Council of the European Union, Latvia has been determined to promote Eastern Partnership as one of its main priorities. The Eastern Partnership Summit, or Eastern Partnership meeting in Riga, is perceived as a main event of the Latvia's presidency. And the Civil Society Conference, of course, is a very integral and indispensable part of this effort. However, we may speak of events, we may speak of conferences, we may speak of summits, but of course they are important. But we think of more fundamental developments and choices in the neighborhood and beyond, in a long-term perspective. The choices must be made by the European Union, how to engage its neighbors in the long term. We in the European Union are facing quite numerous challenges, both internal and external, let's admit it. The Pope Francis already famously described Europe as a grandmother, no longer fertile and vibrant. But I believe that grandmother actually is still very attractive, and they have a lot of strengths. But of course there is a lot to aspire to stay and to remain a transformative power. The integration into the Euro-Atlantic community in the EU and NATO has been very transformative for Latvia and the Baltic countries. So we've been, at least we believe we've been quite a success story in many ways, and the presidency also demonstrates this. But the countries and societies in the neighborhood also deserve both vision for long-term engagement and also concrete initiatives which allow to implement this long-term vision. But the process of engagement and ownership is mutual. The countries and societies in the Eastern Partnership are primary agents of change and transformation, and the civil society is at the core of this transformation. Vibrant civil society contributes to accountable governments, and this is important for legitimacy and success of efforts and partnerships which aim at stable and prosperous European neighborhood. So civil society, once more I would underline, is indispensable in this process. And I'm certain that the Civil Society Conference today and tomorrow also will be instrumental in promoting a thorough debate and engagement across a wide spectrum of like-minded partners and stakeholders to provide concrete initiatives, to exchange best practices, and also to dare for a larger vision, because I think we need one. Hence, once more, welcome all of you here in Riga, in our conference on behalf of our team. I wish you, and actually I wish to all of us, a very productive and dynamic 2 days. So thank you. But now, of course, the keynote speech, it's not me. I am very happy, very honored, and very pleased to invite Latvian Prime Minister, Laimdotas Straujme, to give an opening keynote speech of our event. We are very delighted that Prime Minister was willing to come and to give her thoughts. Laimdotas Straujme has been a Prime Minister since 2014 and reconfirmed in 2014 also after latest elections. And Prime Minister has been a staunch supporter of Latvia playing active role in promoting Eastern Partnership initiative. Madam Prime Minister, the floor is yours.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to welcome you to Riga and to the Eastern Partnership Civil Society Conference. This is one of 3 side events at the Eastern Partnership Summit this week. Across Riga, a conference on media freedom is also getting underway this morning. And tomorrow, we will host a business forum to promote regional economic integration. They are all important pillars of the Eastern Partnership, reflecting not only its reach, but its ambition to create an area of peace and stability, development and prosperity, and to bring partner societies closer to the EU. I am in no doubt that it is one of the EU's most valuable tools. And this week is an opportunity to redefine and reboot the partnership, to ensure it fulfills its ambition and responds to the aspiration of citizens who strive for democracy, development, and the rule of law. It is a chance to build on agreements signed last year with Ukraine, Georgia, and Moldova, and to advance the mobility agenda, which is opening up new possibilities for cooperation in business, science, and education. And it is an opportunity to tailor each European partnership relationship to the specific needs of the country in question. Ladies and gentlemen, civil society is the absolute heart of the vision, because it is people, not governments, who uphold our institutions and values, who demand reforms and hold their leaders to account, whose hopes guide our decisions and shape our futures. Events in Ukraine in the last year illustrate the vital role civil society can play in promoting peace and democracy, and the risks to security and stability if it does not or is not allowed. So, we need an active civil society fully engaged in the Eastern Partnership process, a civil society that is vocal and vibrant, as an enabler of progress and a safeguard of democracy. It is why we are hosting this event today, and I am grateful to all the civil society stakeholders from so many countries who made the effort to be here. Thank you, all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, over the next 2 days, you will be able to engage in dialogue, exchange ideas and knowledge, and address the pressing questions, like the strategic role of civil society in the Eastern Partnership, or how civil society can help promote better governance, social inclusion, and sustainable growth. In my view, today's conference is about friendship. By strengthening links both with the EU and between partners. It's about flexibility, by tailoring policies and programs to individual countries. And it's about fresh thinking, to make sure the partnership evolves to meet the challenges of 2015 and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to speak to you this morning. I would like to thank all of you for attending this conference. And I would like to thank the organizers for what I am confident will be an excellent event. Thank you for listening to me, and I wish you really to get new experiences, to exchange views, and I wish you a good stay here in our capital in Riga. Thank you for coming.